Fantastic Four X Power Rangers Dino Charge Part 1 of 2. A portal opened and the Fantastic Car flew out. They plummeted down to the ground at tremendous speeds. Invisible Woman unbuckled herself and stood up. She held her hands out and the Fantastic Car was wrapped in a psionic shield. The Fantastic Car crashed in a quarry. The bubble dematerialized and the Fantastic Four all climbed out. "Alright, Stretch, where are we?" the Thing asked as he scratched his orange rocky scalp. "I do not know, Ben, but according to the car, we are on an Earth of some kind," Mr. Fantastic replied. He fiddled with the ignition, but the car wouldn't start. "It's fried. At this moment, we're kind of stuck here," Mr. Fantastic sighed. "Remember when I said I had a hot date and testing the multiversal hyperdrive jumper could wait until morning? And you said, 'No, Johnny, we need to test it right now.' And I said, 'But what if something bad happens?' Remember that, Reed? Yeah, remember that, Reed?" The Human Torch mocked with a sarcastic smile. "Not now, Johnny. We don't know. It would, of course, backfire," the Invisible Woman replied with a scowl. Guys, we got a problem," the Thing said, pointing out. The three of them walked away from the crashed car and joined the Thing, as all four of them faced a big brute, a red feline-looking monster, and an army of white soldiers with strange heads. "I don't know who you are, but your energy readings are off the charts. I bet you'll make a handsome amount of money for you strange-looking vermin," the leader barked. "Hey, his name is Ben. Vermin was his circus name," the Human Torch mocked. "Silence, Toad, and come here," the feline-themed one roared. It advanced with the soldiers. His unique sword crackled lightning as it swung at the Fantastic Four. The Thing jumped in the way and blocked the attack with his arms as the Invisible Woman made a wall and shoved the incoming soldiers away. "Flame on!" the Human Torch yelled. His entire body ignited and he took flight. He soared into the air and threw several firebolts down that crashed into the small army before them. The Thing threw an almighty fist and slammed into the sword wielder, forcing him to slide across the ground backwards. Mr. Fantastic stretched out his arms and whipped it around, striking down several of the soldiers. "Fury! Capture these four freaks and get them on the ship! I've got to deal with Poisandra!" the leader snapped as he teleported away. "Reed, what are we gonna do?" the Human Torch yelled from the sky as he blasted more soldiers with a stream of flame. "We need to hold them off so we can fix the car," Mr. Fantastic replied. Invisible Woman threw her hands out and released a massive shockwave. A group of soldiers were thrown off their feet. The monster known as Fury swung his sword and hit the Thing continuously. Suddenly, someone came strolling in on a skateboard. "Excuse me, mate!" the skater called out. He jumped off his skateboard and double-kicked one of the soldiers. He then landed next to the Fantastic Four. "Howdy, mates. Seems like you met Furies and his hooligans then," the man said. Two other people ran in and joined the first guy. "Hey there," the second guy said. "Nice to meet you. I'm Tyler. This is Riley and you've met Chase," said the third one. "Thanks for your help," Mr. Fantastic replied. "Let's get these guys back to base. Seems like their car thingy could have some attention," Riley noted. "Any help would be great," the Invisible Woman said gratefully. The three young men then pulled out odd-looking small cylinders. "Dino Charger, ready!" Tyler called out. Then they activated their chargers and they pulled out their dino-themed blasters and slotted their dino chargers into them. They spun the revolver chamber and aimed the blasters into the air. "Unleash the power!" they all said in unison. Spirit heads of dinosaurs released from the blasters, which flew around them and then bit down on them, the energy forming into spandex-like suits and helmets. One red, one black, and one green. "Damn you, Rangers!" Fury roared. The three Rangers ran into the group of soldiers. The red one flipped over a soldier. As he landed, he threw out a kick, kicking one of the soldiers down. He then dropped down and swept his foot across the ground, tripping over more soldiers. The Black Ranger kept his blaster in hand as he rolled forward, blasting a couple of the soldiers as he did. He then spun around and kept firing, hitting every soldier that surrounded him with pinpoint accuracy. The Green Ranger summoned a sword and started fighting Fury, their swords clashing repeatedly. The Fantastic Four grouped up. The Human Torch's flames diminished as he landed next to his family. "Whoever they are, they're pretty good," the Human Torch muttered. "Captain America told me about Power Rangers. It seems like they're all kind of multiversal," Mr. Fantastic replied. The three Rangers quickly dealt with the foot soldiers and Fury teleported away, leaving the Rangers to regroup with the Fantastic Four. "Thank you for your help," Mr. Fantastic stated. "No problem," the Red Ranger nodded. "I'm Reed Richards, this is my wife Sue, my brother-in-law Johnny, and my best friend Ben," Mr. Fantastic announced. "Nice to meet you guys. You came from that portal, right? We saw it on the monitor. That makes it so you guys are from a different dimension or universe?" the Green Ranger asked. We are, yes, and we need to get back to ours, but our vehicle's fried. You mentioned a base of some sort? Mr. Fantastic asked curiously. Yes, mate, you can bring that back, and Miss Morgan should have all the tools we need to fix this flying car of yours, the Black Ranger replied. The fantastic car was dragged back to base, which was sat underneath a museum. The four heroes met the rest of the team. There was Coda, the Blue Ranger, who was a caveman, Shelby, the Pink Ranger, and Ivan, the Gold Ranger, who was a royal knight. They met Kendall Morgan, the mastermind behind the Dino Charger technology, and the Purple Ranger, and an alien named Keeper. They exchanged notes. The Rangers explained about the energems, crystals of different colours. There were 10 of them, and they fueled the Rangers' powers, allowing them to connect with the Morphin Grid, giving them access to their Ranger forms, weapons, power-ups, and Zords. The Fantastic Four explained that once upon a time they were hit with cosmic rays, which altered them once they were in space, giving them each a unique power. They then formed a superhero group named the Fantastic Four. We should focus on your flying car here, Kendall said, pointing at the Fantastic car that was sat in the middle of the room. Chase pushed the car over, which was littered with tools, and Mr. Fantastic and Kendall started working on the Fantastic car, with Tyler, Chase, and Johnny helping where they could. On Sledge's ship, Sledge shoved Fury back. He stumbled into a wall and landed on the ground. I told you to bring those freaks on board. I could sell them for a large ransom, you know, Sledge growled. I'm sorry, Master Sledge. They overpowered me, Fury pleaded. Suddenly, Sledge's fiancée Poisandra came skipping in. Oh, honey, I found a prisoner who can disrupt the four freaks from heading home. Fury can distract the Rangers and we can snag them, and then maybe with the money we get from selling them we can put towards the wedding. Poisandra cheered. Well done, my love. Bring him to me. Let's see what we can do, Sledge growled with glee.